We finally got some information about EA College Football's Ultimate Team Mode, or CUT as the EA official page is calling it. And I know for all you OGs, the center of attention right now is on mostly all the Dynasty stuff that's been coming out. And rightfully so, it's the most popular mode that was there about a decade ago. However, if you pre-order the Deluxe Edition or even went out and got the Heisman Edition, you might as well learn how you can take advantage of some Ultimate Team perks day one. And stick around to the end, guys, because I will be telling you exactly what I'm going to be doing with my picks for these packs. The first thing you can see, guys, is that we're going to have a cover athlete pack, which is going to be either Travis Hunter, Quinn Ewers, or Donovan Edwards. Next is going to be a Heisman hopefuls pack, and we already got the information on who those 5 individuals are going to be. It's going to be Carson Beck, quarterback for Georgia, Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State, Zechariah Branch, wide receiver from USC, big shout out, cornerback Will Johnson from Michigan, or defensive end Ashton Gillett from Louisville. You're also going to be getting 4,600 college football points that you're going to be able to use to buy packs. And as soon as we get more information on packs, guys, we're going to be revealing what packs you probably should go for, or maybe even not even spend them right at launch and just save them for future promos that are going to be coming out for this game. And the one thing we recently just found out about, guys, is that you're going to be able to get an Ultimate Alumni Pack, which I can only assume is going to be people in the Heisman Trust or big time players and legends in college football. Now, the following thing, guys, is that you got to understand exactly how Madden has worked in the past in terms of Ultimate Team. To start off in Ultimate Team, guys, you always get to pick your favorite team, and they usually get their coach, but I don't know how that's going to work with in EA College Football without having coaches in the game, and usually adopt their offense and their uniforms. And then included, without even having to pre-order, you're also going to get one of 134 players that you can pick from. So there's probably going to be some sort of team captain that you can pick. That's going to be one player of all 134 teams. So each team's going to have some stud on their team that's going to be the choice for that specific team. So you're gonna be able to go through there and pick your guy. Also, another thing you gotta note, guys, is that Madden always gives you Ultimate Team challenges to go in and practice day one, and you can start earning rewards and start upgrading certain players that you start off with in a starter pack. That usually consists of some sort of promo quarterback or middle linebacker that you use a lot. So that's why I want to stray away from those type of picks, because those type of players you can usually upgrade throughout the season of that promo. Next, guys, is the 5 Heisman hopeful guys, right? So we're going to be talking about Carson Beck. He's going to be the quarterback for Georgia. He's going to be a pro style quarterback. He's going to have a pro style type of chemistry. He's going to be a field general archetype, or I think they're going to call him some sort of tendency. I think they're calling it too. In the Dynasty image leak, that it says it's going to be tendencies. Perhaps it's going to be a tendency of a field general versus an archetype. I think it's the same thing. It's going to be interchangeable. His overall speed is going to be kind of low. His throwing pass stats are all going to sit around the 80s. Even the deep throw is going to be a 79. And the pass accuracy overall is just going to be an 80. So these cards are not going to be super, breakthrough. They're not going to be revolutionary. Same thing with the next one, guys. Caleb Downs is probably one of my favorite cards right there. He's gonna be playing free safety. He's gonna be a 84 speed. The biggest things that I look at here is their power for tackling, and then their man versus zone coverage. Obviously, he's slightly more prone to zone. He does have a chemistry for a 34, which I will not be running a 34 defense, I don't think, especially with the amount of passing that's gonna be done in the game. Maybe it's a little bit more of a run heavy game, so maybe there's some influence there, but I do not see myself doing a lot of 34 defense type of formations. But that's his chemistry if that matters, and then he's gonna be mostly of a zone type of archetype. Next, we got Zechariah Branch, who's an 83 speed, which I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, because I think he's gonna be a lot faster than Caleb Downs. So I don't know how good they're doing these ratings, but again, they're just cards in Ultimate Team, which is not very important for a lot of folks, because cards are just gonna revolutionize as the new sets, new cards come out, and new promos come out. Catch and traffic and spectacular catch have been 2 things that have been very important for receivers in the past to make sure they secure footballs, and especially in critical situations. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna work out as well. And then Will Johnson is another one, guys. The reason to like Will Johnson is because he's a lanky ass corner. He's a tall dude. He's gonna play great man-to-man coverage. Obviously, it's still a little bit better than his zone. So you got to take that into account. Are you gonna be running a lot of zones? Do you usually run, or a lot of man? Hopefully there's enough depth to the game where you can run both man and zone and have it kind of work the same if you're coaching it well. Again, you see the speed top out at like an 83. We saw Caleb Downs at an 84. So players that right away at launch for Ultimate Team are not going to be super fast. So there's going to be a nice, progressive curve as new cards come out and new players come out. So that's going to be kind of exciting. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot else that I can show you. And then obviously we're going to show you a defensive end who's got finesse moves and power moves. That's what you got to look out for, outside linebackers or left ends or right ends. That's the one thing that you got to do. Bull rushing for, especially if you're doing defensive tackles. I usually like to go with a couple good defensive ends, one strong defensive tackle, and then some sort of combination with an outside linebacker that can rush the passer as well. So, I mean, the players, as you can tell, they're not going to be super amazing to start, but those are the 5 guys, and they all top out about an 83. Next, guys, is the cover athletes. We know it's going to be Travis Hunter, it's going to be Quinn Ewers, and it's going to be Donovan Edwards. Again, we don't know a lot of information on their overalls quite yet, but we can assume it's going to be similar to those guys that you're going to pack there. So it's going to be about the 83, 85 max, I'm guessing. You're going to be having Travis Hunter. I'm curious to see how that's going to work, if he's going to be able to play both ways. We're going to have Quinn Ewers, and we're going to have Donovan Edwards as well at running back. What I would do, guys, is I wouldn't start picking a quarterback. So I would stray away from Carson Beck and Quinn Ewers. Usually the game gives you a quarterback to start, some sort of seasonal promo, or they're really easy to obtain through challenges. That's just one position I don't like to pick right away, and neither do I like to pick running back, because I feel like I always like to pick my running backs, and there's so many different types of running backs. Usually the one the game gives you doesn't intrigue me because a lot of people have them, and I don't like to have the same running back as everybody else. Same thing with quarterback. So at the beginning, considering that the overalls are not gonna be crazy high, obviously when you get into those higher overalls, quarterback is very important, because missing passes and being inaccurate kind of kills you. So hopefully the game is not that inaccurate, versus once we start getting to those 90 overalls where it's really critical if you have like an 85 overall quarterback that's missing throws all the time. So now who am I picking, guys? I think if I'm gonna go with the cover athletes pack, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm probably gonna take Travis Hunter, because I am very curious to see if he's gonna play both ways. First of all, I want to see how they're gonna implement that into the college football game. I'm guessing and I'm assuming he's only gonna be on one side of the ball, but if they can do two, that's gonna be amazing. They're gonna hit out of the park in the first game, which that would be dope. Travis Hunter, I'm excited to grab him, see how he's gonna do on the cover athlete side. And then for the other pack, which is gonna be the Heisman hopefuls pack, I'm probably gonna be taking Caleb Downs. His speed is just the fastest out of all 5 players. He's gonna be probably the most serviceable guy, and I like to have a user at free safety that I usually bring down in a hook to curl type of zone, where, especially if you're running like cover 3 and you got to pull one guy down. I know usually the free safety is the one that covers a deep third, but I'm excited to do that, and also switch sticking with the guy in the middle of the zone, in the middle of the field is gonna be pretty fun, I think. And the one thing we don't know a lot about right now, guys, is the ultimate alumni player pack, which I'm assuming it's gonna be 1 out of 10 guys, and we already know the Heisman Trust is gonna be in the game, so I'm only assuming it's gonna be a Heisman person. And if you want there to go after your quarterback, I would highly recommend to probably do that. If it's gonna be an ultimate legend, that's where I would go for my running back that's a legend, or my quarterback, because I just want to have an ultimate guy that, you know, we're gonna be playing with a lot of Carson Becks, we're gonna be playing with a lot of Quinn Ewers in the game itself. We're doing dynasties, playing now online. Those guys we're gonna play with all the time. I want to play with legends that we're not gonna get used to a lot. So the ultimate alumni pack, that's where I'm gonna go with, probably a quarterback, or probably a running back that it's really fun, or even a receiver, another playmaker on the outside of the fields. I know, like I said, if there's a really good playmaker at running back or wide receiver, I'm probably still gonna stray away from quarterback, because the game is gonna give you one to start and to complete all those challenges and get the team going right away to kickstart your ultimate team day one. That's probably what you're gonna want to do. So we're gonna have more information in that as the game drops, once we can get in there, show you, detail you exactly what it's gonna look like. I'm super excited to do that as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because outside of dynasty rebuilds, we will be showcasing the new ultimate team cards and promos dropping in this channel, so you don't have to waste your money on ultimate team. Also, let me know on day one, who are you picking out of the Alma Mater pack? You do not have to pre-order the game and get it early to get the Alma Mater pack. Everyone in the game that gets the game will have that once they load into ultimate team, and that's going to be out of 134 schools. So let me know which one you're going with for the Alma Mater pack. Guys, we will be picking one lucky commenter that's consistently commenting on my videos to win a copy of EA College Football, or an equivalent prize of a gift card once we reach 5,000 subs. And remember, boys, nice guys finish first, and God bless. Peace.